Good afternoon. My name is Catherine Njore. I am a cartographer, a character coach, and a mentor. I am here today to speak to you partly on land and mostly on integrity and the culture you're having right now with relationships and all that. So I'm also a mother of 4. I have 2 teenagers and also 2 younger sons. And being a parent is really driving me to try and change my society, because I came to realize when I work so hard to bring up my sons well at home, the second they walk out of my door to the school, to the community where they play with other children, the society around them, they will come home and start reporting. You told us not to do 1, 2, 3. Specifically, I remember once we were talking about don't mention God's name in vain. You are going through the commandments. And they would come and tell me, so-and-so is still saying guy. That is very common, and I realized I cannot change my home only. I have to change the environment. The whole area around me has to thrive. We need to flourish as community. So every family and the community around us. In that process, I have trained as a character coach, and character coaching basically is training on character strengths, which are morally upright, valued dispositions, making decisions based on morals, on values, and we call them character strength. And one of them is integrity. So today I'm speaking on integrity, and integrity in the level of where we as youths, the youths, operate on. I remember once asking some university students where I worked, and I was asking them, what to me is corruption? And they would tell me, corruption is what the civil servants do, the public service, our leaders, politicians. And I was asking them, what of when you as a student is copying exams? What of when you don't attend a lecture and you have your friend sign that you are in and you are not? You miss a whole semester, but records show you are there. And so many other things that we do, the cheating, because there's lack of honesty, and integrity is that completeness. We are lacking in it so much. And that's why you even hear when I've seen memes go around that tell us who you saw. Stop saying God did it, you know. So we have lost that value and that character strength of integrity. And this is my challenge to you. At the end of the day, anything we are doing is affecting the people we are becoming, the who we are becoming. And that's why it's very important to look at our character. In fact, personally, I usually say character is you, because character becomes from the habits, and habits are the things you do oftenly. So in this case, we are talking of virtues, value-based character strengths. So when you do, like, self-regulation is a character strength. When you're able to be self-disciplined, like you will have your schedule and you will know, I will watch only this much. Because again, I'm not saying you should not have entertainment, but how much of my time will I spend on it? Will I spend a vigil of watching movies, a vigil on TikTok? And again, what am I watching? You know, I have been told in the past that we need to get out of our moral high horses of insisting that we can still do the right thing. We can still abstain as you. I am talking from a background of being a Christian, of being a Catholic, where we used to say abstain till marriage. But something we're finding out here as we mentor young people, you find some getting attacked for saying they're virgins, and actually some will end up breaking their virginity to fit in, to belong. And we go back to why we need to form the community, the society around us. Because if we form, and the community one is trying to belong, is trying to thrive positively, then one is safe. But if you're trying to fit into a culture that is not positive, then there is where the problems are. And I'm asking and imploring and inviting parents like me, professionals, teachers, you know, everyone, an adult there. Because the Ubuntu culture is not so much there right now, where if, I remember when I was growing up, you'd pass one person and they'll tell you, I know you were sent a long time ago and you've been playing on the way. That's why you've not arrived to the shop or wherever you've been sent. And now you start crying, you pass another person, I know you are beaten because you are doing something bad. And you don't even get a chance to explain. And then also you are conscious. You want to do something, you are always conscious that this adult that is seeing me is going to report me or is going to deal with me. But we're in an environment where right now I've even seen it online, where even something is happening to someone innocently, we just pass. And I'm not innocent on that. We do not have that belonging, working as a community. And it is really affecting the youth. I have interacted with many. In fact, since 2019, I've done a lot of mentorship and I've journeyed with many youths. I usually call my engagements, think. We need to think, we need to take our lives back. When it comes to integrity, again on saying what we need to do as the youth, every person where you are, do your bit. Don't focus on this corrupt person. Focus on, let me study and get my genuine marks. Let me do the right thing. Because we are the ones, if we were not, I always wonder, if we were not participating in even the corrupt things that happen around, that when I go somewhere, I always need something to happen fast. We have this instant gratification. So I go to an office, I'm told, this document or the response you need needs 2 weeks. And I don't wait for the 2 weeks. So you see, we enable this system that we have. And it is so sad that it has been embraced so much. But we need to start standing for integrity, because so much is lost in those circles of corruption, in that lacking of integrity. Let it be an individual call to stand for integrity. Yeah, not just saying I stand for integrity or we stand for integrity. Let it be I, Catherine, I stand for integrity. And oh boy, that is not an easy journey. It is frustrating, it is hard until we reach such a point that people can change. Now, back to character coaching. It's something that is so exciting because it's helping us to thrive positively. And there's so many character strengths that are usually covered. So we usually have the character coach training for now us, the character coaches, that is usually done at the Don Bosco by the Positive Psychology Association of Kenya. Why am I sharing this? We are looking for youth leaders. We are looking for education professionals, the educators straight from primary schools, high schools, colleges, institutions, college, and all kind universities. Why am I saying that? Because we will never be enough, the ones who have trained out here. We hope that person that is already the guidance and counseling person in a certain environment, now adding value with the character coaching, so that they can now take the youth and our teenagers through all these character strengths. Character strengths are divided into the 4 characters: the moral character, the intellectual character, civic character, and performance character. And there are many. So I'll just mention a few. Like under moral character, we have spirituality, self-regulation, and gratitude. Under intellectual character, there's love for learning, which is something very important for the youth and the teenagers and the young learners who are in school, where you learn not because of the exam, but because of the value that it is going to add to you. That intrinsic motivation, not just the extrinsic of passing an exam. Why is this so important, especially to you, the youth? You are in campus, you're in college, you're studying for a course, you're missing all units, you're not going for your practicals. So you come out with a very colorful paper, but you cannot execute, you cannot perform at the workplace. And then you think unaonewa. So that is because the skills are not there, because you did not have that interest in gaining the skill. Then critical thinking is also an intellectual character strength. Then under civic character, we have emotional intelligence, integrity, and compassion. And right now we are lacking so much in compassion. I see the way people attack each other on social media. You know, this cyberbullying is so much, and people are sinking into depression because you will go look at those comments, what you've been told, what someone has done to your photos, photoshopping into something else, and you do not share with someone. People are committing suicides because of the cruelty that they are experiencing silently. And then under performance character, we have passion and vitality, resilience and perseverance and purpose. And there are so many, I've just mentioned a few. So how is the character coaching carried out? The character coach, you have to be a person of good moral standing, a person of integrity, a person of good character. And once you're trained, again, PPAK, they usually issue us with the manuals that we now use to train, the character club members when you form the character club. And the character club member also gets a handbook. This handbook will have the it will help the character club member do some evaluations, some exercises, and from these exercises they will assess themselves. They're like assessments, like you can see this is wisdom. What is wisdom? And there's an activity there. And they also feel what I'm calling a learning portfolio, where it shows what they participated on that day, what they have learned, and how are they going to apply it. Now, another beautiful thing about this coaching, if we talk about integrity today, before we cover another character strength, you will need, remember we said your character comes from habit. So you will have to practice that integrity until it becomes a habit. So automatically it is going to transform and change your life. You start growing those good habits that are coming from positive character strengths, and at the end of the day, you change, you become a changed person. Now, when it comes to mentorship, there's what I refer to the horizontal attachments, the horizontal, and there's the vertical. When you're looking for a mentor, someone to look up to, because basically this mentor is not there to tell you, when you become a mentee to a mentor, the mentor is not there to tell you do this, do that, do that. They're there to guide you on the decisions you want to make. They will input, but at the end of the day, look for a mentor that is going to guide you in the right path. When you look at mentors your age, your fellow youth, who are also struggling with issues similar to yours, you won't go far. Hamtaenda mbali. So always look for someone who is guiding you in the right direction. And don't shy away for looking at the right person. But they don't shy away from standing out. Stop trying to fit in. This fitting in is really misleading so many people. We need mentorship, and mentorship does not have to be so formal. It may be someone in your institution, someone who teaches you, who is a staff there in your church, maybe a person in another profession that you admire. Maybe you're right now doing a course in catering and you know this person who has a restaurant, so you go to them to get nurtured. Let's look for persons who will uplift us. Even online, right now, again, back to technology, we have a lot we can do with technology positively. Look for someone out there who is going to grow you positively. Sometimes you won't have the resources to reach people out there, but now the information is there. Look for the right kind of attachments, and don't look for crowds. Look for people who will grow you. And I really feel that I just need to again say, when it comes to relationships, let us first remember, let's look for where is our foundation? Where are we grounding our decisions? Is it our religion? Is it our Christian values? Or is it the world? Because what the world is offering us right now, mostly, I don't like dwelling on the negative. I like dwelling on what can I do positively. So we can do this, you can do this. And I want to talk to you specifically, you out there. You one person out there. I'm looking directly at you who is listening to me right now. You can change your life for good. You can continue on the right path if you've not already gone astray. And you who has gone astray, you've already started engaging in sexual relations at this point and you're not getting married, you can now start abstaining, and it is very possible. The world is telling us we can do whatever we want, but I know from experience and from seeing young people, there are repercussions. That's why I said we are having userships where you're looking for these relationship. And I don't want to call it relationship because it's actually, you're looking to connect with this person to just gain something from them. Not always money, by the way. That person you're using to lie for you that you are in class and you are not. That person you're taking advantage of. We are having these userships. And the userships that are ending up on trying to get money from people through sex, again, you get to the situationships where now the pregnancies come in. And again, you get ill-advised and you're promoted on other evils. You see, it starts getting from one evil to another, to another, to another, and sometimes they even cost our lives. So let's look for the right people in our circles, horizontally, the friends you are journeying with, and also vertically attached to the right kind of persons who are adding value in your life in different ways. Kindly reach out to us when you feel stuck, and we'll have my contact at the studio. So anytime you feel you would want a one-on-one, you don't have to engage in activities, we are always ready. We are doing this because you are the ones who are going to be talking tomorrow, not me. And our children, my sons, will be listening to you. So I am asking you to do what you can to make your life better, so that tomorrow I will have my son seated where you're seated listening to you. So please, let's talk. Thank you.